ECF's mission is to work with faith communities on visioning and planning, leadership development, and financial resource development. The Lilly Initiative has really given us an opportunity to focus our program areas, our attention on our resources on kind of a comprehensive, holistic approach to empowering lay clergy teams to address these challenges.
The Episcopal Church Foundation is extremely grateful to the Lilly Endowment for allowing us to have this grant. Congregations, priests, and lay leaders, as we're here at boot camp right now, are very enthusiastic about the program that we are offering and are participating fully, and we could not do it without them.
Well, we wanted to come up with a kind of a signature educational program. First of all, we really wanted teams, congregational teams of clergy and lay leaders to come to this residential program. We wanted newer priests ordained 5 or fewer years who had entrepreneurial potential. We also felt that the model needed to be more than just a mountaintop experience. It needed follow-up both in terms of a coaching component and additional resources. We're currently doing a second boot camp here in Atlanta. We have representatives from various dioceses in Province 4. We're exposing them to a variety of topics around parish finance and administration, team leadership, visioning, and planning.
I wanted to come to this ECF-Lilly boot camp in order to take a time to step back with some of my lay leaders and look at how we might integrate all the different moving parts that we have there in our system. What we find is that our energy is often diffused among those different parts, and we want to find a way to integrate them and make all of them work together as a whole.
One of 2 things that I can take back, I mean, myself and my partners can take back to our congregation, is the fact that we've got resources there to help us through, to just make our church better.
I'm a brand new minister and a brand new rector of this unique congregation. And when I started, my old bishop was retiring, and so I didn't get a lot of mentoring or a lot of leadership instruction. And I'm very excited to be here and get a little more mentoring, leadership coaching, and learning how to pastor and shepherd such a unique, diverse congregation.
I found out a number of things that we're doing right, so that's really awesome. Our vestry moves really smoothly. Nobody wants to be there longer than they have to be. They're very efficient, and that's one of the things that they talk about is how to make vestries more efficient.
These boot camps, I believe, are the result of the research and reflection of the foundation's staff and with the support of its board. What would it look like, to spend 2 or 3 days inviting parishes to a central, easy location, and then to, systematically and within the context of religious communities, to really go over the basics of finance, capital, fundraising, stewardship, compliance, not-for-profit functioning, all of those components.
They're going to come up with an action plan, go back to their home congregations, and with the help of a coach and additional resources from ECF, we hope that they'll come back with a model that actually revitalizes their local faith community.
I think one of the most useful things that I will take back from this ECF-Lilly boot camp is the coaching process that will continue for some months, and to have that opportunity to walk with someone who has the experience and the knowledge that I haven't had the opportunity to gain yet will be hugely helpful for me.
We are not alone in in a lot of our dilemmas. And the support is there to get us through. One of the additional things that came from this as well is the incredible networking that we've been able to do during this time, and just make some really good connections.
For my church, for us, we don't have a building yet. And so that is one thing that being in this experience has helped me and the people that came with me sit in a group and think about, oh, well, what does our building need to have? How can our building make money? How can we outsource the space?
I'm hoping to go back and just feel more empowered as a leader of a church.
The partners that we're working with for Lilly in general, I think the major partner is the Church Pension Group, and we're very fortunate to be able to work with them. They can provide financial literacy. The Episcopal Church Foundation can provide a lot of information about leadership. So it's an ideal combination to work with clergy and lay teams in that regard.
CPG is delighted with this relationship. It's a complementary relationship. The Episcopal Church Foundation supports congregational leadership and the congregation. CPG focus, our purpose, is to support the clergy and lay employees in their ministry to spread the gospel, and together it's a perfect package.
What we've done is we've come to the table, we brought our expertise and our core values and our mission to address the Lilly Endowment initiatives in a very dynamic, comprehensive way. This has given us an opportunity to work very closely with colleagues and partners in ministry in a very new and effective way.
There are 40 other denominations that have received this type of grant as well, and ECF is partnering with all of them. We are sharing many of the ideas and pilots that we have, so we're very happy to be a part of this ecumenical participation here that I think will help all of our congregations.
One of our hopes and goals of a church is to be a beacon of racial reconciliation and also to work against oppression in all forms. And that is kind of like a task of trying to change the world. And when you put it like that, it seems too big and it seems ominous. And I think my training here is going to equip me to take smaller steps and yet still try and change the world.